Later, the wolf went to the little pig's house and told him what had happened. A great round thing came rolling down the hill right at me, the wolf said. Ah, I frightened you then, said the little pig. I went to the fair and bought a butter churn. When I saw you, I got into it and rolled down the hill. The wolf was very angry indeed. I'm going to climb down your chimney and eat you up, he said. When the little pig heard the wolf on the roof, he hung a pot full of water in the fireplace. Then he built a blazing fire. Just as the wolf was coming down the chimney, the little pig took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf. The little pig quickly put on the cover again, boiled up the wolf, and ate him for supper. And the little pig lived happily ever afterward.
I hope you enjoyed that book. That was a different version than I've ever heard before. So now we're going to work on our crafts. And in your craft bag that you should have picked up, maybe we can just, in your craft bag you should have lots of goodies.
We have the instructions here for you that show you exactly what you have to do, and you have to choose between one of the three houses, the straw house, the stick house, or the brick house. And then you have to gather your materials and make a plan and follow it to build your house. And then you need to take a hair dryer or a fan and blow it on your house and see if it'll withstand the force of the blow like it would be the wolf. Okay? And then with that, we have a little kit here where you can make a picture of the wolf to put with your fan or your hair dryer if you want, or just to make on your own to make the big bad wolf. And you also get a little milk carton to use as the base of your house if you want, and each of you gets a little pig to put in their house. So we hope we had fun doing this project, and we hope you do too. We're not going to demonstrate actually how you do each one of the projects. This was the little house of straw that I made for our little pig. And on this one, all I did was I took a paper cup and cut out a little door, and then I used raffia and glued it to that to make my straw house. You can use anything that you might have at home. You could use straw if you have that, maybe some strips of construction paper, or grass, any type of thing to try to make your house of straw. So that's one of the houses we made. And the other one, I made a house of sticks. But you can go outside and pick up sticks and use that if you want. That would be great. What I did, this is a little bit bigger milk carton that I used. And I used pretzels. So I used pretzels all around my house. And I have a window and a door here and my chimney. And then I used little sticks glued on the top of the roof for the roof. And I have my little pig in here. So that's what I used for. But you can use sticks. You could use pretzels. You know, there's all kind of things you can use. So use your imagination. You could use straws. So all kind of things. And then for my house of bricks, I used Legos. So I have my door again, and my window, and a little decoration, my chimney, and my little pig in the house. And this is what we made, and then what you need to do is we're going to test them and see how they hold up to our Big Bad Wolf, which is going to be the hair dryer. And so let's try the house straw and straw house first and see how that holds up to our hair dryer and see if it's able to blow the house away.
Oh,
This is the Big Bad Wolf blowing the house down.
gonna have to huff and eat puff.
And so that house did not hold up real well. It was too light. So we're going to try our house now of sticks and see how that does, if it's able to withstand the force of the wolf. And that's doing pretty good. So that held up pretty good. There's a little bit more weight to that. So that might be one of the things that you decide and when you build your house what to look for. So maybe adding a little more weight will work. Now we're going to try our house of bricks and see how that holds up. And of course that's not moving at all. That's why a brick house is very safe. So you can try the same type of thing and see which one works for you. You can take your choice of whichever one you want to try to make, and then please show us your pictures online. Kim's going to show you now how to make the wolf to attach to your hair dryer if you'd like to do it that way. Just a minute.
Now in your pit, you should have probably had. This is his head. This is his head, and right here's where his nose goes, or his mouth. That's where the hair dryer will go in. So you need to cut that out like that. And after you cut that out, you'll have another piece like this, and you'll need to make sure that you can tape it or you can glue it. Probably taping would be better, it'll stay. But if you take your hair dryer, let me see the hair dryer, because I know all hair dryers are a little different. Make sure it fits on there. You don't want to make it too small and then it won't fit. But make sure it fits in there right. And then that will go in to there, just like this. Then you can cut out, we've got the pieces that you can cut out. There's his ears, his eyeballs, and you can put them on there anywhere you want. His nose, and then his tongue. And then you got these to cut out for his arms. And then you can put that on your hair dryer and try to blow the Three Little Pigs' houses down.
Yes, and please, if you do this, send us your videos. We'd like to see how they go and what works. And we have a little poem here now that Kim's going to read about the Three Little Pigs.
Pigs. Pigs are playful. Pigs are pink. Pigs are smarter than you think. Pigs are slippery. Pigs are stout. Pigs have noses called a snout. Pigs are pudgy and pigs are plump. Pigs can run, but never jump. Pigs are loyal. Pigs are true. Pigs don't care for barbecue. This was written by Charles Gigna. And we have one more story, but this story is about the wolf's point of view of the Three Little Pigs, which is a lot different than the pig story. So Kay's going to read this one to you.
I think you're going to like this story really well. because it's from the wolf's point of view. And it says, everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But let me let you in on a secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has ever heard my side of the story. I'm the wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. You can call me Al. I don't know how this whole big bad wolf thing got started, but it's all wrong. Maybe it's because of our diet. Hey, it's not my fault wolves eat cute little animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way we are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think you were big and bad too. But like I was saying, the whole big bad wolf thing is all wrong. The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. This is the real story. Way back in Once Upon a Time, I was making a birthday cake for my dear Granny. I had a terrible sneezing cold. I ran out of sugar. So I walked down the street to ask my neighbor for a cup of sugar. Now this neighbor was a pig. He wasn't too bright either. He had built his whole house of straw. Can you believe it? I mean, who in his right mind would build a house of straw? So, of course, the minute I knocked on the door, it fell right in. I didn't want to just walk into someone else's house, so I called, little pig, are you in? No answer. I was just about to go home without the cup of sugar for my dear old Granny's birthday cake. That's when my nose started to itch. I felt a sneeze coming on. Well, I huffed and I snuffed and I sneezed a great sneeze. And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down. And right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig, dead as a doornail. He had been home the whole time. It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying on the straw, so I ate it up. Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. Sorry about this. I'm all thumbs today. I was feeling a little better, but I still didn't have my cup of sugar, so I went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smarter, but not by much. He had built his house of sticks. I rang the bell on the stick house. Nobody answered. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, Go away, Wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin. I had just grabbed the doorknob when I felt another sneeze coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and I tried to cover my mouth, but I sneezed a great sneeze. And you're not going to believe it, but this guy's house fell down just like his brother's. When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig, dead as a doornail. Wolf's honor. Now you know food will spoil if you just leave it out in the open, so I did the only thing there was to do. I had dinner again. Think of it as a second helping. I was getting awfully full, but my cold was feeling a little better. I still didn't have that cup of sugar for my dear old Granny's birthday cake, so I went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother. He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. I knocked on the brick house. No answer. I called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And do you know what the rude little porker answered? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite. He probably had a whole sack full of sugar, and he wouldn't give me even one little cup for my dear sweet old Granny's birthday cake. What a pig. I was just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake when I felt my cold coming on. I huffed and I snuffed and sneezed once again. Then the third little pig yelled, And your old Granny can sit on a pin. Now I'm usually a pretty calm fellow, But when someone talks about my granny like that, I go a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course, I was trying to break down this pig's door, and the whole time I was huffing and puffing and sneezing and making a real scene. But, whoops, I missed a page. The rest, as they say, is history. The news reporters found out about the 2 pigs I had for dinner. They figured a sick guy going to borrow a cup of sugar didn't sound very exciting, so they jazzed up the story with all that huff and puff and blow your house down, and they made me the big bad wolf. That's it, the real story. I was framed. But maybe you could loan me a cup of sugar? The end. Well, we hope you enjoyed our program today and our stories, and we're looking forward to seeing you and some of your finished projects on the video or on pictures of those. And we hope you enjoy your summer and have a wonderful time. And call us if you have any questions. If you need supplies, we didn't put all the supplies in the sacks because we wanted you to use stuff around the house. But if you have a problem and you need something that you don't have, give us a call and we'll make arrangements for you to come in and pick it up. We can supply some of that here. So just let us know if you need anything. And hope you have a good day and fun doing the program. Thank you. Bye-bye.